Okay, we live. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, be quiet. Stop making noise. There we go. Yeah, for some reason my YouTube wasn't kicking in. I think you have to go to the stream and stream. So I may not have been streaming on YouTube this whole time, I believe. How do I pop? I need to pop this chat out, man. Pop out chat. That's what I want. There we go. Yeah. Roog. How do I... So that worked. Okay. So chat's working. The chat's working. Why does it say that I'm playing Might and Magic? Where's it getting that from? I do not know, because I'm not playing Might and Magic right now. I am chilling like a villain. Guess maybe in here? Title. Okay, how do I change my title? I want to change the title. How do I change? No, I don't want to exit the stream. I just want to make it say something different. Stream settings. Nope. Stream health. Analytics. I do not see. Create highlight. Add a marker. That's useful. How do I change what it says? I don't know. How did it get changed to what it is? Because I certainly never changed the title. I don't know. This is something I'm going to have to watch a video on. You guys want to watch a video on YouTube with me? Let's watch a video. Let's switch into desktop. Okay. So, how to change your live stream title. How to change your title on YouTube live stream. See, I'm not the only one with this problem. What's this chick have to say? "5-minute solutions." I was hoping for more like 3.
I'm gonna be walking through how to delete your stream on OBS or how to change stream title. But before getting started this video,
I can do it on OBS.
solution. So launch your OBS and click on settings.
What?
Click on stream and click on service and from here select Twitch and click on current account. And enter your Twitch account username and password and click on login.
That's not what I wanted.
Once you're done,
That doesn't. What the hell? No. How is this not a thing? How to add change your thumbnail on a YouTube live stream. Well, I don't want to do the thumbnail. I just want to do the title.
Do you want to know how to make your YouTube live stream thumbnails go from this to this?
Oh my God.
What it looks like.
We could be doing that.
I'm going to show you guys how to put a custom thumbnail like this on your YouTube live stream. So, the first thing that you need to do is...
I don't care about that. I just want to change the title, man. Warning YouTubers, these 4 things will get your channel deleted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We don't want to do any of those. What's that?
I'm going to tell you 4 things that tons of content creators do that can get your channel deleted.
Yeah, we don't want that. I got a lot of shit on here, man. It ain't backed up.
Off of YouTube, which means all of that hard work and effort that you're putting into your channel.
Yeah, today, for some reason today,
Gone. It will no longer exist.
my computer does not want to OBS and watch videos at the same time.
This video is brought to you by Placeit. Placeit has easy to edit YouTube intros, channel banners, end screens, and more for YouTubers. And the best part is, you don't have to have any additional software to use Placeit. You do everything directly in your browser. And because of their professionally designed templates,
What?
you don't have to have any designs.
I think you're just trying to scare me to sell me things.
Grow and get attention and all that stuff. But in addition to that, people are doing things that they just don't know are a huge mistake and can cost them their YouTube channel. So we're going to talk about those things because I know you don't want to lose your YouTube channel.
I don't.
Of course not. The very first thing on this list that is extremely common, and I don't know why it's so common. I don't know if it's because somebody made a video about it and recommended it. I don't know if it's because there's just not enough information out there about it. I don't know if it's because people misunderstand what tags...
Can you just get to the point, man?
I don't know why. But the thing that can get your channel deleted is called tag stuffing. Tag stuffing, also known as keyword stuffing, is where instead of using the tag box that YouTube gives us, people cram a bunch of tags or keywords that they're trying to bring attention to the video for.
I don't do that.
Cram a bunch of those down in the video description. YouTube does not like that, and any content that they find that has the tags piled up. The following types of content are not allowed on YouTube. Placing excessive tags in the video description, tag stuffing, rather than placing them as tags upon upload. It's not allowed on YouTube, so it's probably a good idea. Your video is about a content creator.
Why wouldn't you want to use the tag? There already is a tag system.
Of other channels in your tag box or in any of your metadata for the hope of connecting to their channel in some way so you can get traffic from it. That's a violation and you can get in trouble for that as well. So
I never even thought of that.
your YouTube channel in any way, shape, or form, and all of the hours and hours and hours that you've spent making videos for YouTube and growing your online presence, or the plan of growing your online presence through the content that you're uploading, please don't do those things. Spamming, what I'm talking about is what a lot of specifically new content creators do, where they go to other YouTube channels and they say things like sub for sub or hug for hug. That can get you deleted from YouTube because you are literally spamming the same comment over and over again on other YouTube channels. And as a quick public service announcement on behalf of myself and other content creators that take this stuff seriously, when you are in the comments and you're doing that type of activity and you're saying sub for sub and you change it to hug for hug because you think it's clever or whatever, we identify that. And when we do identify that, we will block you or we will report you directly to YouTube for spamming our YouTube comments.
He just said he was a snitch.
That's also like the slowest possible way that you can grow your YouTube channel. It's not going to work.
Why am I taking advice from this snitch?
This one, according to YouTube, is called incentivization spam, and what they say about it is this. I'm going to skip all the stuff up here at the top and just go straight to, this also includes content where the only purpose is to boost subscribers, views, or other metrics. For example, offering to subscribe to another creator's channel solely in exchange for them subscribing to your channel.
Okay, yeah, you're just saying the same stuff over and over again.
I didn't know something wrong. What I'm going to do, I do want to just let you know that YouTube does have a resource for you. In addition to watching my content, other people make content like mine. YouTube has a resource for you called the YouTube Creator Academy. They built it for their YouTube content creators.
See, all this stuff I'm fast forwarding, bro? This is all stuff you should have edited out. Yeah, we know about that.
Help you solve those problems here on this channel. So when I'm in some of this community, I see typically other new YouTubers that are giving advice to other new YouTubers, saying things like, hey, it's okay to use 5 seconds or a second or whatever song you want to, but in reality that is not okay if you do not have the license or you do not have permission to use a track in any
Yeah, you can use 5 seconds. This is a law, man.
not okay, and I just want to make sure that you understand. But look, when it comes to YouTube, there are rules that we all have to play by, and since those rules are in place as a YouTube content creator, it's really important to make sure that you do stay up to date with the rules that YouTube.
Now, it might not be a YouTube policy, but it's not a copyright violation.
Learn how to become a YouTuber step by step.
Shut up. Man, what a waste that was. Okay. So what am I doing? We are working on, we're following this rogueliketutorials.com tutorial. The generic entity and the render function and the map. That's what we're working on now, buddy boy. Yep, I know, it's lame. I'm just doing a tutorial. But you know what? You got to start somewhere. I've never made a roguelike before. This is my first time. And I tried building one last week, and I was just like, oh, I'm just going to, make it up as I go along and not watch any tutorials or anything. And disaster struck quickly. I got pretty far. I created basically what I'm doing right now, this entities thing, except for I think I called them game. What did I call them? I called them what did I call them? I called them bloop. I don't even see the stuff I did. Did I get so annoyed that I just deleted it all? That's fucking crazy. No, it's in here. So I was just trying to make a map generator, and I called them map elements. That's what I called them. But in our new program, in our tutorial, we're calling them entities. Entities, yo. Look down there. Entity.py. So, whatever. Who cares? New file. Paste title. Should we listen to some music? And will I get banned from YouTube for listening to some music? What kind of music should we listen to? I mean, I got this stuff that's queued up for playing Might and Magic, but I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to that. Oh, by the way, I just saw this fucking George Carlin AI comedy special. I am glad that I am dead. I highly recommend it to everybody out there. It is hilarious. Ha ha ha. Coding music. I don't know if I want to do coding music. Hell, if I do, I kind of want to listen to some Doomer Wave, but I feel like if I do, that might be a copyright violation. Yeah, let's listen to, we need some generic music. Let's do coding music. Let's try this one. I mean, it's at the top of the list is probably not going to get me copyright strike, right? Oh, man. That's some, like, dreamy, trippy shit. They got the license information on here. Oh, you can just download the transcript. Yeah, I don't see nothing on here. It's probably not copyrighted. If it is, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It doesn't say. I don't know if it's Creative Commons or not, man. You gotta tell me these things. Bum. And let's clear the chat messages. Be gone. All right. Getting all pro streamer, man. That's me. All right, so we got an entity, a class of entity, a generic object to represent player, enemies, items, etc. So it's basically like just a slight variation on the object class, I guess, you know, like. How do they do that? How do they make an object class without an object class? How do they create the rules for that, man? I don't know. That's crazy. All right. Trying to roll a cigarette, but this paper is shite. From typing import tuple. So we got a tuple or a tuple. Is it a tuple or a tuple? I think it's a tuple. Or is it a tuple? Class entity, a generic object. So we got initialize self x y char color. See, I would add another one to this and I'd call it description. Right? Because I've been playing these rogues and I don't know what the fuck anything is. Like, obviously there's some kind of language in these text-based things, some standards, but I don't know what they are. All right. So I would make it so you hover over it or whatever, and it gives you a description. All right. Well, we'll just copy it as it is. Paste. I can always mess with it later, make it better. Yep. We gotta import it into our main. That makes sense. See, they got it up there. I'm putting it right here. I'm gonna keep this stuff, this computer Python stuff, separate from our game stuff. That seems to make the most sense to me. I don't know why this is gray. Oh, because I didn't use it anywhere yet. That's why. Alright, so we're getting rid of this player XY thing and then doing this after the event handler, which is going to create a player and an NPC. Okay, that should be interesting. I'm just going to comment this out here. Because I might want to play around with that later. All right. I mean, it's essentially the same thing. We just have a handler for it, or a function for it now, called player.move. Right? Because all entities can move. Okay. And we're going to change the print function, but we're not printing the NPC though. Okay. All right. See, now this seems like something that I would rewrite, because look at all this shit. Should be able to just pass it the player, like take this, make it a function called, you know, print player or some shit like that, you know what I mean? And then just pass it the player, or print entity, right? That's how I would do it. Alright, let's see what this does. exactly the same thing as before. Which is good. That's what we wanted. No errors. Setting up. Yep. Creating the entities. Yep. Drawing the screen and everything on it. Okay. Reacting to the input. Good. Yes. Engine. Okay. I'm down. Let's make an engine. I'm gonna turn this music down a bit though, because it's getting a little too loud on the Jammy Jam. Like there. That's a good spot. Actually, maybe what I should do is leave the music up and turn down my speaker. Put it like there. There we go. I turn down the speaker. There. Now I've got a little more subtle control over the sound. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Alright. So, back to our tutorial. Engine pie. Okay. You got it. New file. Paste. Oops. Nope. So we're going to import some types. Context, console, escape actions, entity. Oh, we're just getting everything. But this is like the whole fucking program here, man. Alright, copy. Paste. Alright, so let's see. So we've got any events that happen. And then we're going to render the screen. The render stuff. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so now we change our main. Here. Ugh. Maybe we can speed this over a bit. What's it say here? So we're getting rid of action and we're importing entity. I mean engine. Paste. Alright. So many tabs. Oh, that reminds me. What's going on over here? Yeah, I wanted to install Ultima. Because Ultima is like a little bit like a roguelike, except for it's not random. Would you like to install the game? Yes. Yes. All right. We're going to import the engine, or we're going to create an instance of the engine. We could have multiple engines running at once if we really wanted to, I guess. Define main. So I said put it right here after the entities. Okay, root console print. See, didn't I just say that? I just said that. That was going to get busy fast. Whoops. I totally just said that this needed to be a function. Oh, what are you getting bitchy about? Well, let's wait till we make all the changes first. Alright, so... We're not gonna play that right now. we're looking for this one. Alright, so context, present, root, console. Right? So, I'm a little curious about what's going on there. So we've got events equals. Okay, so we're taking the variable events and we're passing the function tcod event weight, or we're not passing, we're pointing, and then, right, because instead of doing this, and then we're going to say the engine will handle the events, which is all this stuff. Movement, escape, blah, blah, blah. That fixed our errors when we did that. And, oh look, our NPC showed up now. Because he's an event, but I can go right through him. It's like he doesn't exist. I feel like my dude should be green instead of white. Why is my dude white? That's racist. I was trying to make a roguelike, not a racist like. Let's make him green. I know I'm going off book on the tutorial here, but I'm assuming this is RGB. So let's just make him. Let's see what that does. Are we more green now? Oh no, we made him purple. That's worse. Alright, let's ditch the blue. Oh, I hope this is red. Oh, red, green, blue. RGB. Ugh. You idiot. You idiot. There we go. Now we're green. I think we should be green. Makes more sense. Boop. Boop. Because there's going to be a lot of white on the field already. We want that player to stand out. I wish it wasn't so tiny, though. It's so tiny. Well, I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Alright. Because we've moved the rendering, we no longer need it in MMIII engine. Yeah, why is it rendering? That's what I want to know. Why is the NPC showing up? Entities equals entities. Am I passing it as a list? Or is it just... Oh, I see. Yeah, I am passing it as a list. Or whatever the fuck this is. Oh, look, you mouse over and it tells you? Oh, that's fucking sick. Dude. This program rocks. What is this called? Comfy Pie? I forget. Pie Dream? Pie Charm. That's it. Pie Charm. This program is fucking sick, dude. I might have to give them some money. If I ever make any money from video games, I will buy this program. I will get the professional version. We will move to creating a map for our entity move. I think that's part of the deal, right? That's like the rule. We don't do the procedural dungeon generation. I'll never make any money from a video game. Who am I kidding? We don't do the procedural dungeon generation in this chapter. That's next, but we'll at least get our class that will hold the map set up. Called Game Map. Okay. Yes, tiles. Okay, that's a word for them. All right. Tiles type. Import NumPy. Tile graphic structure. What the fuck? Okay. That's one of those ones where I'm... Well, I get like N32. Okay, it's the character. FG. 3 bytes for the RPG color. Oh. And BG. Foreground. Background. Got it. So we're going to be doing Unicode, probably. Walkable, transparent, dark. Graphic for when this tile is not in the field of view. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. New tile. Force use of keywords so parameter order doesn't matter. Okay. Walkable is an int. Transparent is an int. Why would those be ints? Those seem like there should be bools. What? And then they are bools down here. It's not a lot to take in all at once. I got it. Walkable, true, transparent, true. Okay. Right, but you got what it looks like when it's dark, but why aren't you passing what it looks like when it ain't? What? How would you skip that part? Whatever. Don't ask me, I just work here. 2 errors. Now find reference bool. Yeah, I bet. Because aren't they ints? Line 17 and 18. Yeah, so what is this NP? See, I feel like they've done some changes to I mean, I copied it as they asked me to. Okay, so before we get to the map thing, let's figure out what's going on with this, because something ain't right. NumPy. Let's learn about NumPy. Let's learn about NumPy. Python NumPy tutorial for beginners. That's me.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through the NumPy library, which is considered to be kind of the fundamental package for all scientific computing in Python. So it's a super, super important library. It's kind of the base for a lot of the other like major data science libraries in Python. So like pandas that I've done a video on before, it builds pretty much like entirely off of the NumPy library. So it's super important, and kind of because it's important, it's because it's this like base. The way we're going to do this video is I'm going to start out with kind of a background information on how NumPy works, and I think really having that intuition is helpful for when you actually start writing code with it.
Anything would be helpful. I'm completely lost.
Methods and ways you can utilize this library as far as actual code goes. As always, make sure to smash that subscribe button, throw this video a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, do that for me too. If you're watching me watch this guy.
Hit the bell for the notifications. throw this another thumbs up. Yeah. To begin, NumPy is a multi-dimensional array library. So what that means is you can use NumPy to store all sorts of data in one-dimensional arrays, two-dimensional arrays, three-dimensional arrays, four-dimensional arrays, etc. And so the common question you kind of ask, or I'm commonly asked when you first bring up NumPy, is why do you use NumPy over lists? So the main difference comes from the speed. So lists, they are very slow. Meanwhile, NumPy is very fast. And so why are lists slow and NumPy fast? Well, one reason is because NumPy uses fixed types. So what that means is, imagine we have this 3x4 matrix, 3 rows, 4 columns, and it's all integer values. And we're gonna kind of look at how those integer values differ between NumPy and lists. So let's just zoom in on that 5 that's there in that matrix. So our computers, they don't see 5, they see binary that represents 5. And so this is the number 5 in binary, and it's 8 bits, which makes up a byte. So our computers read information in bytes. So when we use NumPy, this 1 bit 5 is actually by default going to be casted to this int32 type, which consists of 4 bytes. And so it represents 5 in a total memory space of 4 bytes. So int32, and you also can even specify, so by default it's int32, but you could even specify that you didn't need all 4 bytes to represent this value. So you could specify within NumPy that you want maybe an int16, which is 16 bits or 2 bytes, or even if you have really small values, int8, which is just a single byte. On the other hand, with lists, there's a lot more information you need to store as an integer. So in lists use a built-in int type for Python, and so that built-in int type consists of 4 different things. It consists of the object value, which has its own bits associated with it, object type, the reference count, how many times that integer.
Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff.
And the size of that integer value. And so if we break this up into the actual binary that it represents, we can take the object value, and that's represented as a long, which is like 8 bytes. The object type, same deal. Reference count, same deal. And the size, I believe, is a little bit smaller. I think it's only 4 bytes. But as you can see, that's a single integer within lists using the built-in int type. It requires a lot more space than NumPy. So basically, the takeaway from this is that because NumPy uses less bytes of memory, the computer can read less bytes of memory quicker. Obviously,
That's a good reason.
Another reason that I didn't specifically.
You sold me.
When we're iterating through each item in a NumPy array, we don't have to do type checking each time. So in Python built-in lists, you can have a list of like an integer, then a float, then a string, then a boolean, and you have to check each element you're looking at what type it is. But NumPy we don't have to do that. So another reason it's faster is that there's no type checking when iterating through objects. Moving on, another reason that NumPy is faster than lists is because NumPy utilizes contiguous memory. So what that means is, imagine that this kind of array-like structure is our computer's memory. So we could store information in any one of these memory blocks. So if we had a list, the way that would look in a list's memory is that our list would be kind of scattered around. So maybe we have a list that takes up 8 memory blocks. The thing is that these memory blocks aren't necessarily next to each other. So you have some information here, you have some information here, you have a good amount of information in here, then you skip a block here, and skip 2 blocks, so you have some information here. So it's all kind of scattered around. So kind of, if you have an 8-item array, what that looks like is that that array is actually just, or that list is just containing pointers to the actual information that's scattered around our computer's memory. And so it's just that all the information is not right next to each other. Kind of you have to bounce around your computer's memory a bit, and it's not super fast to like rapidly go through and kind of potentially perform functions on all items at a time or subsets of the items. NumPy array, however, uses contiguous memory, so all 8 blocks in this case would be right next to each other, and this has all sorts of advantages. And also just to mention real quick, you'd also kind of have to store somehow where the start of that memory is, and then like the total size and the type of memory block. But it's a lot easier than this kind of pointer structure that's up here. And so the benefits of NumPy using this contiguous memory are a couple of different things. So the first benefit is that our CPUs, our computers have these SIMD vector processing units. And so when this memory is all like right next to each other, we can utilize this unit. And basically what SIMD stands for is single instruction, multiple data. So we can like, if we have to do an addition of like a lot of values, instead of just doing one addition at a time, we can use the SIMD vector unit and basically perform computations on all of these values at one time. So it's quicker in that regard. Another reason it's quicker is that we more effectively utilize our cache, so our kind of our quicker memory in our computer. Basically, if we load in all these values, we can keep them close to where we need to access them, and like perform all sorts of operations. While as in the list case, you maybe load in like half of this, but then this other half, because it's scattered around in different places, you have to like go back and like reload that in to your cache, like just be overall slower because you have to do more like longer memory lookups within your computer. Okay, so we kind of went over some of the performance benefits, but how are lists different from NumPy? Well, lists we can do insertion, deletion, appending, concatenation, etc., and we can also do those same exact things in NumPy. I guess the big difference though is that within NumPy we can do all that, and we can do lots more, and we'll see the lots more throughout the video. But as a simple example, imagine we have these 2 arrays. One thing that we can do that's really nice in NumPy is that if we try to multiply these one item at a time, we could do that in lists. You couldn't multiply 1 and 1, 3 and 2, 5 and 3, etc. But when we do the exact same computation within NumPy, it allows us to do these single value like item-wise computations, which is pretty neat and pretty useful. So that's one example, and you'll see a lot more throughout the video. So applications in NumPy. There's all sorts of applications. I think the first one that comes to my mind is a kind of a MATLAB replacement. You can do all sorts of mathematics with NumPy. And I think I should say that I think the SciPy library has even more mathematics like functions and whatnot. So if NumPy isn't cutting it for you, try to look through the SciPy documentation. You might be able to find even more. But yeah, it's pretty powerful, the math that NumPy can do. It's useful in plotting. It is the back end of many different applications. So pandas, which I've done a video on before, it is just like the core component of pandas library. It really allows pandas to work. If you've seen my Connect 4 how to program that video, I use NumPy to store the board. And then in future videos I'm going to do, you can actually store images through NumPy, so like PNG images. You can use NumPy to store all the information and like do all sorts of cool stuff that I'll post future videos on. Let's see. Also, another, I think, useful reason to know NumPy is...
Yeah, machine learning. We're going to do that shit.
Both directly and then also kind of indirectly, because one of the key libraries or key kind of concepts you learn with machine learning is the idea of like tensors. And tensors are pretty connected to kind of like, the tensor libraries are pretty similar to like the NumPy library. It's just a way to store all sorts of values. So knowing NumPy will help you kind of be able to do some stuff with
Good.
All right, to get started with code, first thing you're going to do is import the NumPy library. And just so we're on the same page, I'm using a Jupyter Notebook to use to code this up, but you can use whatever editor you prefer. Also, all this code that I'll be going through will be on my GitHub, and the link to that will be in the description. Okay, so import numpy as np. If that worked for you, great. If it didn't work, you'll have to do a pip install. So you can go ahead into your terminal and type in pip install numpy. And so it's already installed for me. So and if pip doesn't work for you, try pip 3 install numpy. That should work. So the first thing that's important to know is how to initialize an array. So we'll just say that a equals np.array, and then within this, we just basically pass in a list. So 1, 2, 3. This would be a one-dimensional array containing values 1, 2, 3, as you see. And you can go ahead, you're not using Jupyter Notebooks, and print a. Okay, cool. So we can also initialize a little bit more complex arrays. So we could do like a 2D array of floats, and I could do that the following way. We're gonna have a list within a list. So here's some float values, and then we're gonna make this 2-dimensional. So here's some more float values. And let's go ahead and print b. Cool. So now that we know how to initialize arrays, and you can keep doing this. Like I can nest list within a list within a list to create a 3-dimensional array, etc. Some other useful things to know about this is how do you get the dimension of your NumPy arrays. So if I did a dot number dimensions, so this tells me that it's 1-dimensional for a, and if I did b.nm, it would be 2. Shape is another important function, so get shape. If we do the first one, a.shape, this is all we have to do. It's a vector, so it's only going to tell me the 1 dimension because it only has 1 dimension, so it's size 3. If I do b.shape, it's going to tell me the rows and the columns, so this is 2 rows and 3 columns, so it should print out 2 by 3, as it does. Okay, other things, we want to know how much memory our NumPy arrays take up, so we can get the type and also get the size. So if we want to get the type, we do just a.type, a.data type, int32 by default. So even though these are small values by default, it specifies that it should take up 4 bytes or be an int32. If we wanted to specify what type we wanted to store as, so maybe we knew that we didn't have many like big values, so we could do like an int16, and so that would take up less size, and you can see the difference in size in a sec. So right now it's int16, and if I want to see the size, there's a couple different, important functions with this. We could do a.item size, so this should tell me 2 bytes, as it does. If we left this as an int32, it will tell me 4 bytes down here, as it does. You can also do, I think, the total size. I guess a.size is the total number of elements, so the total size would be a.size times a.item size. Another way to do that is, I think, just number of bytes. As you see, that's the same thing. And you can also do this with b, so like b.item size. B's are floats, and I believe that this is an 8-byte type. So if I do b.item size, as you see, yeah, it's 8. So floats are going to be bigger than integers usually, unless you define this as like an int64. And so yeah, I usually don't even worry about the data type too much. I don't specify, but if you really want to be efficient, try to specify this so that it fits all your data, but I guess it fits all your data as tightly as possible. All right, so now that we've gone through some of the basics, let's actually show how we access/change specific elements, rows, columns, etc. So imagine we have the array. It's going to be a 2-dimensional array, so I'm going to make this kind of long, and you'll see why in a second.
Dude, this is an hour? Are you fucking kidding me? All right, we need to get off the fucking arrays.
So I could also say the -2nd element would be 13 as well.
I just want to know why my bool isn't working.
There. The type here, so if you wanted like
okay, well I get what NumPy is now.
You can go ahead and do that. So all ones.
But I don't need the fucking hour-long tutorial. Bool in NumPy. Oh, it's got an underscore. That's why. That's it. All right, let's try it. Underscore. Did I fix it? It did. All right. We fixed it. And we learned how to NumPy. Yeah, let's put the music back on then. And go back to our tutorial and let's work on that map. Stop. New file. All right, what do we got here? We got our map, which has got a width and height, and then we got tiles. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but it looks like it's putting in some walls, maybe around the edge, and filling the rest with floor. All right. It's letting us know if we're out of bounds on the map. And the render dark. I need to turn on the heat because it is cold in here. Oh my goodness. Cut the windows. That'd be a good start. Okay. So let's look at the tutorial's explanation, see if I'm right. Alright. Yep, takes width and height. Yep. With you there. Creates a small 3-tile wide wall at the specific location. Okay. Yep, got that, got that. Okay. All right. Let's import our map. Our map is slightly smaller than our screen size. I think this is archaic now. We can definitely delete that. Game map. Do that after that, and then we're going to replace this new line of code here. Alright, so we're going to render the game map, unexpected argument. So we're gonna why is that an unexpected argument? Oh, because we gotta change the engine. That's why. Change initialization. This doesn't have to be here. We can put it underneath the player. It doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. Now we're checking to see if the walkable, if the space is walkable, and if it is, we're not going to move there. Right? Right? Be an else. It should be like, you can't go there, right? going to do that. Else. Yes. We have to go way back up to the top here. Find that. X, Y, and a string. You know, let's just copy the whole thing. Copy. X. Well, let's make X 1 and Y 76, and we'll put you can't go there. Maybe that's too many exclamations. This one, right? Oh, because we don't have... Fuck. We don't have that. It's just called console. Yes, no. Because we don't have the console in here. Where do we have the console? Yeah. So I can't do that. Else, alright, fine. This should, we'll add that in later. We'll add I'm sure at some point we gotta add a message system. This should print a message to the player. Alright. Control S. Something didn't work. Did I mess something up? Yeah. Yep. Did that. Oh. That's why. I'm not seeing this wall anywhere. Oh. We got an error. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Look at that. It's fucking blue now. Oh, there's the wall. Okay. We're still throwing that arrow when we... Okay. Oh, that's a lot going on. Doing some kind of error check here, and then... Okay. Still a bit gibberishy, but whatever. Okay, that'll raise an error. Maybe that'll keep our game from crashing, from going out of bounds. Huh. Won't let us walk somewhere that isn't walkable or out of bounds. There we go. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Oop. That's something else. Right, and that all goes after the stuff that's already there. Okay. All right. So, action. Alright, we're removing the actions from the engine. Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Yeah, well, fuck it. Install that bad boy. Oh, why haven't this already been? Like, yes, install it for me, please. Alright. So oh, I see. There's subclasses because they're of type action. Makes sense. Alright. I gotta grab something from a car. I'll be right back. Oh. Shit, I grabbed the wrong thing. I meant to grab an emergency, but I grabbed a Coke instead. That's not helpful. Alright. Is emergency healthy? Calories 35. 6 grams of sugar. How many grams of sugar in a Coke? $39. Wow, that's a lot of sugar. 39 grams of sugar. Jesus Christ. I gotta ask Google about this. How many grams of sugar in a teaspoon? 4 grams. So, essentially, a can of Coke has 10 teaspoons of sugar in it. An emergency has 1.5. 10 teaspoons of sugar. No wonder I'm so fucking fat. That's crazy, man. Thousand milligrams of vitamin C, B1, B2, B3, B6, B9, B12, B5, a little calcium, a little phosphorus, a bit of magnesium, some zinc. You know what? This emergency stuff ain't fucking bad. Could use a little more potassium. You know what? If they up the potassium and the zinc, I would probably have one of these emergencies every day. Let's see how it tastes though. I think it just tastes like fucking orange soda. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad. Let's mix a little Gatorade in there. Emergency and Gatorade. Let's see. Gatorade. Has 21 grams of sugar. Man, you know what? Fucking Gatorade doesn't have anything good in it. I don't know what all this bullshit is about electrolytes, man. Gatorade ain't nothing but a little bit of food coloring and sugar. Tiny bit of potassium, but it sure fucking tastes better though. Certainly makes that damn there emergency taste better. Okay, so we're going to engines and we're getting rid of the actions. Alright, I'm just gonna comment this out for now. This should tell me where it is. Mine's 27 and 34. I'm just gonna cut those out. And we're gonna replace it. Action is none. Continue. Action perform. Self player. escape actions are now handled by actions. Now, hopefully it won't crash the game. Nope, it crashed the game. Why did it crash the game? Why are you a crashy McCrash crash? Line 27. That's when we just changed. We must have missed something. Not implemented error.
The targets must be eliminated before continuing.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking, because action stop perform. What the fuck is that? We don't got that. I mean, we do, but it we got escape active. Form phrase not implemented, because we don't have anything there yet. I guess it's just we just don't have it there yet. Maybe it'll. Did I miss something? Engine action. No, it just says raise not implemented error. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, it did what it's supposed to do. Not work. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna fill everything with walls instead of floors. I would imagine that would cause trouble. Maybe I should fix this. Future warning. Game map high. 19. Let's make a copy of it. We will hash out copy and let's just change this to RBG. Oops. Alright, same thing happened, but no error. So it's good. We can delete this. Inside of is it? Why is that throwing grammar? All right. Anyway, we were gonna fill the thing with walls instead of floors. This might be useful, just to throw something random. So, we got tiles, and we got entities. That's kind of the mistake I was making in my version. It was both the same thing. Perhaps it's good to distinguish them. So this, I would imagine this would make it go all screwy, right? If it's all walls. I thought it was going to be all walls. Why is it not all walls? procedural generation. This is what I wanted to get to. So, rectangular rooms. It's got an X and a Y and a width and height. So this is your upper left bounds. This is your lower left bounds. Property center. Tuple, you know, or tuple or whatever. Let's look this up. So I know this, but I feel like I could know more. I need a refresher on my tuples. I just want to know, is it called tuples or tuples? And why are they called tuples if they're
even a thing? Because you're pretty much the same as a list.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I could understand if there's two of them to call them tuples. That makes sense. But if there's more than two, shouldn't it be multiples?
Like almost exactly the same. Watch this. Here's how I create a list, and here's how you create a tuple. They're exactly the same. Come on. I mean, I know. To create them, I had to use a bracket to create a list, opening, closing. Beyond that, they're the same. They hold an ordered list of data. Strings, integers. Why is Python doing this to us? Just to be confusing? To be difficult? Because I only ever use list. I never use tuples. So, in this video, I want to go on a journey. I want to figure out, why is there a tuple? Why is it even a thing? Why does it exist? It's going to be a small journey, I think. Get your coffee ready. Let's do this.
Let's do it. I want to know. Teach me, oh bearded
just to show you I'm not crazy, let me print the type of these data types. Run that code, and bam, I told you. Class list, class tuple. So I googled it, asked ChatGPT, and asked my Discord. And there's one key difference between a list and a tuple. Immutable. You can't mute tuples, but you can mute lists. But now I'm talking about tuples and you can hear me. Immutable, not mutable. All right, Nick, so what I want to do there is like do a mute thing.
That was not
stupid, but we should play with it. So it turns out immutable is just a fancy word for you can't change it. Whereas mutable means you can change it. So a list you can change. So let's try it out. Let's change a value in our list. We'll change Bernard to Chuck. We'll say index 0 equals Chuck, and we'll print that list to see what it looks like. Nailed it, it changed. Mutable. Let's try to change our tuple. Same process, call the 0 index and have that equal Chuck, and we'll try to print it out. Can't do it. It's immutable. Can't touch this. Sorry, I had to do it. So we could stop there. Video over, case closed. But if you're like me, you might be wondering, so what? So what if you can't change it? I still don't see the reason, the use case, because it still seems like we're trying to overcomplicate something that should be very simple. Just make it a list. The list does everything. So I dove deeper, but real quick, before
lists do everything.
The tuples and lists, let me tell you something that's not complicated. Sponsor this video, 3CX. 3CX is something you want to play with. No. Now it took me about 5 minutes to set up my cloud phone system. It's kind of stupid easy, and then pretty cool. That's what I learned. I asked Google again, and I asked my Discord. And here's what I learned. 2 things. Number 1, the fact that tuples are mutable means they're faster than lists. Like, let me show you. Demonstration time. Using a tool called Time It, we're gonna see how fast Python can create, how many did I say? 2, how many zeros are here? 1 million lists and 1 million tuples. Ready, set, go. go. The results are in, and it's obvious. 1.43 seconds for a list and 0.13 seconds for a tuple. Dude, that made a list cry. But now I'm sure you're wondering, why is a tuple faster than a list? They're doing the same thing, right? No. And it's back to mutability, our favorite word. And it has to do with storage. Because a list is mutable, you can change it. It's stored in 2 blocks of memory to allow for new data, change data. Whereas a tuple, it's stored in 1 block of memory. It's not gonna change. And now I know, in our example, this little millisecond difference in time doesn't seem like a big thing, but in large, bulky programs, that could be time saved, money saved. So okay, at this point, I'm kind of convinced. I get it. Tuples are pretty cool. They're fast, and I like fast. But now on to point 2 as to why we use tuples, and that's why do we use tuples? What's the use case? When am I going to need data that can't be changed? And for that, I asked Google in my Discord, and I got fantastic answers. I found a really great answer on Stack Overflow, and it has to do with the types of data you might want to store in a list versus a tuple. In a list, you'll want to store what's called homogeneous data. That's just kind of fun to say. Go ahead and say it, homogeneous. For example, a list of names. All strings, the same type of data. List of coffees, list of YouTubers. These are examples of data within a list that we might add to, change, remove. But in tuples, you might use heterogeneous data. I can't say that. So I might have one tuple called YouTuber, and it would contain data about a YouTuber. Name, subscriber count. How many does John Hammond have now? Woo, 519,000. Way to go, John Hammond. And the types of videos he makes. Hacking. Heterogeneous data. Did I say it right the first time or second time? That felt really good. It's all different, but it's all data pertaining to a certain YouTube. Basically, it's how we're grouping our different types of data. And when you're working with SQL libraries in Python, you're actually kind of forced to use tuples. They often return tuples when you use things like fetch one, fetch all, and similar methods.
Okay, because they're making us. They're making us do it. That's why. All right. All right. Tuples. Tuples. We learned about tuples. I don't even need these other videos. I don't need to watch MIT talk about tuples. All right. That was. We had that exciting video versus the college lecture. I'm sure the college lecture was very informative, but you know, nice punchy fucking the state of education today. All right, so we're gonna use tuples. Okay, we're gonna mark the center of the room and return the inner area of this room as a 2D array index. Alright, so we're starting off with making everything walls, and then we're going to say this is the areas the room, and we're probably going to make it floors, I'm going to guess. That's my theory. All right. So, yeah. Okay. I'm with you. Yeah, we should have a space between these. I don't know what's up with this little at thing, though. Is that just like another form of comment? Generate dungeon. Let's add another fucking space between these. Alright, generate dungeon. Room 1. Okay, these are fixed. Hard-coded, as they say. I don't see no hallway, though. That creates the 2 rooms. Oops. Oh, we're not implementing this yet. So there's no point in running it. Is that where we're putting it? We don't need to import the game map. It's right there. Is this not part of the class? Is that what's going on here? Oh, it's not, yeah, I have it as part of the class. And, it's just a free-floating function. Okay. There we go. That fixed that. And yep. Still can't move though. Okay. We're changing the way we tuple. Iterator and tuple. And we got random now. Tunnel between. Start tuple, int, end tuple, int. So from point to point. Return an L-shaped tunnel between these 2 points. XY is start. X2. So I'm guessing that our XY, our start and ends are going to be the centers of the rooms. So we have a 50% chance of moving horizontally or vertically. So we don't know where the bend will be. Okay. Double check that real quick. Or generate because we're probably going to be using it in generate title next, I think. Almost midnight. Oh, TCOD has a line of sight function, huh? Brescian-Ham lines. Convert the points into a list. Yield expressions are an interesting point of Python, which allows you to return a generator. Essentially, rather than returning the values and exiting the function altogether, we return the values but keep the local state. This allows the function to pick up where it left off when called again, instead of starting from the beginning as most functions do. Okay. See, I told you it was going to be the center. I knew it. Okay, so we're calling the tunnel between center room 2, center room 1, which is returning a list, and then it's saying for everything in that list, change it to type floor. I can read code. It's not that hard. Okay. Rectangular room class. What the fuck is that? That's right here. What? Futures? What? From the future, import annotations. What? Crazy. Intersections. Intersects. right, so this will check if the rooms overlap each other. And it's part of the rectangular rooms class. So okay. Other. Any other rectangular room. Okay. Man, what game should I play after this? Should I play some... Should I play some fucking Rogue? Map height. Room max size. Minimum size, the maximum number of rooms is 30. That's a lot of fucking rooms, man. That's a lot of rooms. That's where we're putting it, right there. Do we really need to import this? Isn't this like import automatically? But whatever. He kept trying to show me fucking videos on typing all fucking day. I guess I should have watched one. Nope, wrong thing. I want this one. Oh, where are we putting this? Generate dungeon. Oh wow, that's a big change. What's that do? You're not gonna explain that, are you? Seems like I don't know what that means. I don't know why you would do it that way. It's just importing entity if you know you need entity. Seems like slavery, but with extra steps. Alright, so this is our new generate dungeon. Right? So this generate dungeons going up. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, you got a lot going on there, that's for sure. Alright, so this is our new definitions, or whatever. New stuff that we... Our new arguments, and then we're going to return game map. Okay, we create a new game map. That's all walls. Rooms. List. Rectangular rooms. Empty list. So we created a list called rooms. We're saying it's a list. Empty rooms. All right. Up to the maximum number of rooms. We're going to try to create a room of a random size. Within the max minimum size. And then we're creating an X and Y coordinate within that room. We're going to create a new room. Oh no, X and Y within the dungeon that doesn't go out of bounds. Okay. Run through the other rooms and see if they intersect with this one. No. Okay. If it fails, then we'll just go to the next step. If it doesn't, we're going to place a room. And then we'll create the room. Tiles. If there's no rooms left, oh, if it's the first room created, the player's placed in the middle of the room. Else, you make a tunnel from this room to the last one. Add the room to the list. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Got it. Yep. You don't need to explain it. I know. Replace this with our new. And we run it. And we generated a dungeon with, like, look at all those tunnels though. And the tunnels, they don't care if they go through the walls of the room. Wow, that's kind of ugly. What is going on with these connections, these tunnels? Oh, I see what's going on here. So this room came from that room, and then this room came from that room, and then this room came from that room, and it's just digging right through the existing room. And I'm in the middle of the first room, so this is where we started. So we went from here to here. No, we went from here to here to here. here? To here, to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, to there, to there. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Okay. Well, it is what it is. All right. Field of view. We're not going to do this right now because it's after midnight, which means it's time to play a game. Game download successful. Yeah. We're not going to play Ultimate 2 right now. We're going to play Rogue. This is what it's supposed to look like. Oh look, I found the stairs already. I want to look around and see if I can. Oh, there's a rattlesnake, huh? Ooh, we got a pink in the path. Gold. Empty room. How did I not see that before? These side doors are really hard to see. Gold. Kryptonite ring, huh? Dead end. So, how did I become fascinated with this? I don't know. I think maybe it started off with Persona and their randomly generated dungeons. A lot of fucking slime here. The silver wand. longsword. Okay. I don't know how to do identification. Read paper. Should I just try reading one of these scrolls? I mean, I tried equipping stuff and using it, but thought maybe that would give me information on it, but I don't know. I don't really know much about how this original road game works. Like, is there a way to go out back to town? Or is it just like an endless dungeon? Do I just die when I run out of food? Oh, there's an emu. Okay. So, person. Oh, it's a trap. Ring mail. Injure that leprechaun. I stole the leprechaun's gold. Work. That's new. Yeah. I don't know how to identify my inventory items. Okay. I've been doing this for a couple hours now. I think it's time to take a break. Right? Yeah, it's been 3 hours. I think we learned some things. Did we learn some things today, kids? Did we have fun learning about roguing the rogues like rogue? Rogue. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Good night, y'all.